Good friends, daalụnụ, ndewonu. For the benefits of the people that cannot speak Igbo, I will explain what these two greetings mean. Daalụnụ and ndewonu are essentially greetings, salutations, neutral salutations in the Igbo language. I'm explaining because I have advised some people to begin to study Igbo. People like Chief Zion Lex. And as we well know, a journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with just a step. He has adeptness in Hebrew. I want him to master Igbo too, because some Igbos have taken up the task of demonstrating, not even investigating, but demonstrating that Igbo language happens to have an unusual kind of nearness to the most ancient Hebrew. So I want Zion to study the Igbo language so that he will be a part of this effort. I want William Brown to do the same. So I just explained the simplest Igbo greetings for their benefits and for the benefit of others that may be interested. What I want to talk about today is the total absence of kings and gods in the Igbo culture, Omenana, which is Israel's earliest culture, and which shares name Omenana with Israel's oldest culture, which also has the name Omenana. Friends, I am saying with impeccable authority that apart from the Supreme Being, everything that exists in the world today that is identified as a god or gods or goddesses are either things that man invented, the elements, or strong people that existed in the past. We cannot find their origins outside what I just illustrated. Mankind became weak and began to think that the elements, the sun, the moon, the stars, were superior to him, and that they could be worshipped. And the English language rendered what the relationship man built with these things as gods. Because since the Supreme Being is called God in English, these other objects had to be called by a name synonymous to the name of the Supreme Being. So the English language called them gods, God with a small g, or goddesses for the female varieties. Can you now see why a language of a people, the Igbo language, a people who did not think that anything could be an object of worship if it is not the Supreme Being, does not have this word called gods? does not have God with a small g, because the ancestors of the Igbo people did not think that anybody beside Chiukwu deserved worship. Chiukwu is the Igbo identity for the supreme being. If the Igbo people, if Omenana supported a culture similar to English culture, the Igbos would simply have found a synonym or antonym of Chiukwu. Chiukwu means great God. The smaller version would have been Chi Obere or Chinta. But because the Igbos did not think that any such thing could exist, Shinta or Chi Obere does not exist in the Igbo worldview. The only person that exists in the Igbo worldview is Chi Ukwu, that is the supreme being. I will swing away from this and swing into absence of kings too. A people who did not think that the elements deserved worship, that trees or their fellow human beings deserved worship, did as well not think that anybody is supposed to be supremo uno over them. That is why the Igbos did not develop a culture of having kings. Prior to Igbo decadence, when Igbos began to look lustfully at their neighbors and began to borrow traditions here and there, which innovated them, which weakened them, the personalities that were first among equals among the Igbos were Ndi Okenye, the eldest people. They were number one, the priests were highly influential, but then everybody was brought up to the level of being a priest, because everybody, including men and women, were encouraged very forcefully to become Nz'r, Nazirites. That is holy people. Because the ancestors of the Igbos recognized that the strongest asset of the Igbo people was holiness. They did not have an army, they did not have a police, they did not have prisons, but they realized that if they deal justly with one another, Chiukwu would protect them better than the entities that had empires, kings, kingdoms, police, regular armies, and prisons were protected by the forces I mentioned. So everybody was forced to become holy, to become a priest, and nobody was king. But as I said, some Igbos had begun to look lustfully at their neighbors. And because what you seek is what you find, when the British landed, they had to land because Igbos had found other ways besides Omenana. The British developed kings for them. And as we say in Igbo, Agwani Ife Onora Dorona. Igbos and where they want to be are finally where Igbos are today. Nigeria could wave off the Igbo presidency project, could swap it off the table the way flies are swapped away, because Igbos think they can proceed, think they can progress without Omenana. And on this note, I pause. Share widely. Thank you.